Cheryl Burke, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. It's been so long.
I know, we were just chatting and we were saying that we've known each other for 20 years.
So crazy. It's so crazy. It feels like yesterday.
Right? It literally does.
Was that 20 years like when I had the bob? Like you knew me?
Yes.
You knew
Your
me from
cute
the
little
bob days.
I think, actually, hold on. It may have even been pre-bob, because didn't you have your hair
No,
shorter, like a little...
There was no pre-bob.
No?
This was me. That was me. Bob and all.
You didn't have like a short little pixie cut at one stage?
Well, I call that the bob. Is that
No,
not bob?
Bob's like longer. Bob's a bit longer.
Okay. So then, yes, pixie first.
Yeah,
then the
pixie
bob,
C.
then the hair extensions.
Looking gorgeous. Got the hair going on today. I love it.
Thank you so much.
So let's start with, how are you feeling? How are you doing?
Like I said earlier, I mean, I feel amazing. I feel better than ever as far as I'm concerned. And I really, I think my transformation has been more from within, and doing a lot of work and healing and, going through huge life changes, from leaving the show, divorcing, moving, all in 1 year. And I mean, no pun intended, but it has really taken a lot of weight off of me.
Yeah.
And as a dancer, I think even before doing Dancing with the Stars as well, it was, being in front of the mirrors constantly. As far as weight, for my personal story goes, it has always been an issue, whether that be through my dance coaches or just me in general, right? So it's nice to not have to think about it.
I was reading that when you were on Dancing with the Stars, obviously your weight was such a big part of that. You had to squeeze into all those tiny little costumes that look amazing on TV, and you always looked amazing. But you used to travel with scales.
Oh yeah, I think I still have body dysmorphia. I don't know if that ever, I'm currently obviously working through it all, but I was obsessive, and I'm an addict. I'm almost sober for 7 years, but like my brain is definitely, I get easily obsessed and addicted to whatever it is that I want to accomplish.
Well, first of all, congratulations on being sober for 7 years.
Thank you.
You said you went through a divorce, moved house, and retired from Dancing with the Stars. That was 3 years ago, but that all happened in 1 year.
Yes.
So just what kind of toll did that take on your mental state?
I think it was a lot very too soon, in a span of a year, a lot of life changes, but this is my personality. It's either, it's black and white, though we're working on the gray. There is a gray area, but I didn't feel the need to live here anymore after the show. There was no need for me to be here. My house that I owned had a lot of memories, 16 years of me being in that house. And when I when I really focus on like what I want in life, it wasn't to live that life anymore. And so I make things happen, and I do so quickly. When I put my mind to something and I want something to change, or it just has to happen, or else I get very stagnant, and I don't like that feeling.
So everybody has been talking about your look, how you've changed so drastically, and you've lost, is it 30 to 35 pounds you've lost recently?
So I don't weigh myself, right?
Yeah.
But so I measure it just from trying my clothes on. Obviously, I know I've lost weight. I had a doctor's appointment, breast examination, just to be completely transparent. And so that was the last time that I was weighed. And yeah, it seems to be around that number. I don't do it every day though, so I don't really know exactly the number, but it's 30 to 35, I would say.
So when we would have those favorite jeans that we put on and we know when they're massive or too tight, or when did you start noticing that you were losing so much weight?
When I was shedding off the baggage, like quite literally, like it really, I've been in therapy. I don't know if people know this about me, but I've been in therapy my whole life, basically. And then when I'm moving here to Los Angeles, I took it upon myself to continue my therapy journey, and it has been a wild ride for me, because it's been really tough to have to face certain like past traumas that have nothing to do with my world here in the entertainment industry or Dancing with the Stars, but like really taking the time to do that work from within has shown physically on my body. And I am also obviously, eating clean. I'm 41 now, and it's important for me to be a little bit more mindful when it comes to my eating habits. I intermittent fast. I don't eat past 6 p.m. And that really, I think, also contributed to my weight loss, because I used to love to eat only at night. Like, I didn't eat at all during the day. I was so unhealthy as far as like what I was eating when I was on the show. I just didn't think about it because I was constantly moving, right? So, and then also with that in the back of my mind, when, you know, when that whole weight gain was an issue as well, that was hard for me to really process. And I really believe that now that I can look at myself in the mirror, and not because of what I look physically, but because of just the inner work that I've been doing, and really love myself, and can really, I have self-worth, I have self-respect, something that I've never had before. It really has opened up, I guess, a second chapter in my life, and it's been, I mean, I feel amazing. I'm not sick. There's nothing like that. I just feel good, like mentally, for once.
Yeah, you said that on your social media because you were getting lots of mean comments and people not saying nice things, particularly women. We'll get to that in a minute. But you said, I'm not sick. I feel great. You've got energy. Like, do you feel, you have a lot of energy, and you're obviously not dancing all the time anymore, but what kind of exercise are you doing?
I mean, I have a dog, very active. She has high energy, so we walk constantly, but I have a treadmill at home. For me, like, I just know my body feels stagnant if I just sit still in one place. Like, my body's so used to moving. It may not be dancing, but I box. I like to challenge my brain and my body constantly. But for the days that I'm not training, then I'm just on a treadmill, walking and just keeping active, because if not, I get like cramps now. It's in weird places that I've never felt before. So it's my body. I try and really listen to my body, because it, your body keeps the score. So.
Yeah. And you're eating clean, intermittent fasting. You're not eating at midnight like you used to do.
Me and Doritos broke up, unfortunately. But yes, I go through this food plan. It's called Zen, and they deliver fresh food daily. So that helps. Like, there's no processed food. I'm not consuming any processed food, though. My Taco Bell was definitely top of the list during my prime, but
those days are gone.
Those days are gone, because with being sober as well, like, it just feels different. Everything feels different in me, right? Like, I'm seeing clearer in general. Just like a lot has changed in my world, and I think with that comes maybe physical change that people are seeing.
And everything you're putting in your body now is just clean.
Well, and there's intention behind it. Like, I actually care.
Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling so good and just feeling the best you've ever felt.
I really do. Yeah.
And mentally, do you feel, even though you're still going through your therapy, do you feel like you're in the best place mentally you've ever been?
I'll never not go through therapy, right? I believe, for me at least, and I mean, it's so important for me to have a non-biased opinion when it comes to, my own personal issues. But therapy, there is, for people that may not think that they need therapy, that's when you need therapy. It's like, it's so important to really break that stigma. I think that there's nothing wrong with therapy, and I truly believe if you find the right therapist, though I know it's not affordable for everyone, there are other ways to heal. But I think what's helped me the most through talk therapy specifically is the fact that I can just let it out, right? And let it out and do so with a non-biased opinion. But it has helped so much with my healing process. And honestly, I think that having the time to do that self-care and not worry about anything else right now, and to really like date myself in a way and kind of mother that inner child that I've never mothered and that I've just tried to push to the side and numb and run away from, it really has just transformed my outlook on life.
Are you surprised by the public interest and the fascination by your weight loss?
I don't know if I'm surprised, because I kind of went through this right before. So, but what I'm surprised about is that it's women, and not just a few women, but like women that are tagging me, like they're making posts about my looks. And I just hope that we can kind of change, I guess, just the way these conversations are happening are kind of aggressive. And I would hate for our younger generation to observe this and think that this is what's important, because it's not, right? Aesthetically, it doesn't matter. I wish we could just change the actual question or the accusations to like, how are you feeling? Like, how are you feeling? How have you gone through all of this adversity? What is it that you do? Because like that is where we all, as a community, as human beings on this planet, that's how we can all relate, right?
Yeah.
Like we're all in this together, and it's freaking hard. It's not easy. So instead of attacking each other,
We should be lifting each other up.
and I believe too, when you do that, you also feel better about yourself. So I just hope that, and this is why I'm doing these interviews, right? I'm not doing a press tour on what people think of me, because that's what they think of me, and it's really none of my business. That's their perception, and I'm not here to change anyone's mind, but like hopefully we can just like slowly make a detour, because it's not something you want to live by.
But you're not letting these online trolls get the better of you. You have been very not outspoken, but you've spoken, you've answered them back, you've answered questions. You've said, I haven't had a facelift, I haven't had this,
Correct.
I haven't done that, I'm not on Ozempic.
Correct.
So do you feel like you've got anything more to prove, or do you just not care and you think, I've said my piece and that's it, and I'm happy and I love myself? So.
Yeah. No, I've said my piece. Like I've said it when I did that video and posted that video. And now I'm sitting here with you today to really, like I said, just change the conversation, change the subject of the conversation. It's never about the noise, right? Like really, you find that love, you find all of that validity that I thought was something that I found from the outside. You have to build it within yourself. And this is something I've learned later in life. And I think that's why I'm able to handle it more than ever. Like I could easily just mute my comments. I can go on a blocking like party, but I'm not as affected, I guess, by it, because ultimately, again, that's their issue, not mine. It has nothing to do with me.
Did you take a short break from social media?
Just a week for my sister's
Just,
wedding.
I was going to say just a week.
But that's a
right,
long
for the
time in
wedding.
my world.
It's a long time when you're posting like you are, right?
Yes.
How was your sister's wedding?
Oh my God, it was beautiful. It was so emotional. She's 9 years younger than me. So it was emotional because she's my baby sister, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she's like, just seeing her put a wedding turning into bridezilla just a little bit, not too crazy.
When you were doing her makeup, she did her makeup,
a little bit. She also made little M&Ms, not her personally, but she got her M&Ms made of her and her husband, and then she was like telling me when I was married, because I made my bridesmaids, don't judge, rhinestone Hershey kisses. Yep, the ones that you like eat and throw the wrapper away. We were rhinestoning the wrapper. Who knew? But she was also being a little bit, she had bridezilla tendencies, but it was all cute.
But it was beautiful. Yeah. And were you teaching your sister and her new husband to dance? Did I see you teaching?
Well, at first, so I offered my services, right? Like initially. And she's like, I don't want anything choreographed. I'm like, totally fine. I respect it, whatever. 2 days before the wedding, I said, okay, last chance. I didn't even see the dance. And I said, what are you guys doing? And she's like, oh, we're just slow dancing. I'm like, you guys, it's going to be a snooze fest. It's going to be a snooze fest. Can we throw in a dip or two? So she did. They did great.
And it worked brilliantly. Yeah. It looks great.
Crowd pleaser.
So let's talk about what your podcast, and you've got a new first look deal with ABC,
yes.
right? That was announced in February. Uh-huh. Congratulations on that. So what's coming up? Is there anything you can tell us about that deal?
I wish. There's a couple of things in the works that hopefully we can announce soon. But it's so fun just to, I'm going through my, I guess, chapter 2 in life, but also just my transition in my career. All I know is dancing. Yeah. And to have this freedom, I'm really starting to just get to know me and what I like, my new interests in life. And it's interesting because normally people would say maybe at 41 you should have it all figured out, but I don't. Like every day is a new day for me. I'm learning, I'm curious, and I hope to always be this way, really.
Would you go back to Dancing with the Stars?
Not as a dancer, yeah.
You'd want to be a judge.
I mean, why not? But even a guest judge, who knows? I love the show. I will always love the show. I know exactly where I came from, and I'm grateful for those almost 20 years of my life, right? Like doing what I love to do. But I don't think I can cha-cha the way I used to. I'm just saying.
Come on, Cheryl. You can always
Maybe
cha-cha the way you can cha-cha the way
on.
you used to. That's Cheryl Burke cha-cha. What about a man? Is there any special man in your life?
No. And I'm totally fine with that right now. And I think this is part of just my healing journey. I think, look, I'm not looking, but I'm not like searching. I'm not like dating apps. I'm not there. I don't think, no. Yeah. Though my sister met her husband through a dating app. Oh, wow. Okay. She's trying to slowly convince me. And I think she tried to like hook me up with somebody it just didn't work. It was.
What would it take? What are you looking for in a man? Give us your top 3 things in case I can help.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, I need to know. Oh. I get thinking.
Okay, this might be a longer conversation. Okay, so I want someone who has his own life, who works, just the basics.
Just the basics.
We're just looking for basics. And I would say just someone who is supportive, who is confident, who is just solid. I just need someone who's solid, successful, but successful can mean, I don't want that to sound like, fake or anything. Yeah. But like, it'd be great if he had, his own
extra.
home. I mean,
let us see what
clearly
we can
I
do.
haven't done a lot of thinking about this.
Clearly. But would
brown hair, like we could,
that's important?
No, it's not.
After what you went through with your divorce, would you be open to getting married again?
Totally, yeah. But let's start with the dating first, because this is what I do too. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. Let's get married. Like that's the problem. Like we need to like take it slow, supposedly.
Date.
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, I guess.